This is Devin Crabtree. This is my Module 1 presentation on childhood development. The first stage that I'm going to talk about is one that I couldn't find a lot of stuff on there actually being a lot of like cognitive development, but it's the prenatal stage where the child is, being created inside its mother. The main parts of this one, it just talks mostly about, the physical side of everything growing and forming and developing. Some senses, like hearing, is one that they say. I think it's like 28 weeks it starts, and the brain starts growing rapidly at that stage as well. The main thing in the prenatal stage that affects a child's development is just the prenatal care that it's getting, and from the mother, and it's important for her, to be healthy and do the right things, and not smoke, not use drugs, not drink, not doing all those type of things, to just make sure that the child is healthy and doesn't have any issues. That's for this stage. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of cognitive stuff going on, at least that I could find. So now I'll move on to the next stage. Okay, so the next stage that I'm going to talk about is infancy through childhood. So like when the kid is born up all the way to, when they're young still. This is when like the most rapid cognitive growth happens. Kids start to really learn and understand and grasp concepts like objects existing. One of the things I read I thought was interesting was like one of the first things like a baby can understand was they can shake their heads no around 6 to 9 months and respond to like verbal requests like blow a kiss and things like that, wave, bye at like 9 to 12. This time period is interesting to me because I'm a K through 5 PE teacher, and so a lot of these like locomotor skills really start to develop in this age, and it's important for me as a PE teacher to focus on those things. So this one's a lot of fun to actually read about. But these cognitive skills, they continue to expand all through this stage. One thing they said that kids can communicate information through like gestures, long before they can speak. And I know there's some kids at my school that can't speak great, but they already know how to sign and things like that. And it's some of the kindergartners, and it's really interesting and really cool to see how they can do that. And it's just shocking, honestly, to me. But this stage is where I feel like a lot of stuff happens as the kid's developing and growing and makes decisions and understands consequences, and in like a learning environment, it really, this obviously I just started. I've been teaching for 2 weeks now, and you can just tell which kids may not have the best situation at home and opportunities to learn while they're not in school and things like that. So I think that goes a long ways. So the final stage I'm going to talk about, since I don't have a whole lot of time left, is the adolescent stage. And this stage is where your more complex thinking becomes as we all know, this is kind of when you find yourself, and you start to have show empathy and sympathy and things like that, and things matter to you more. And adulthood is coming up, and that's technically the next stage is, they call it emerging adulthood. But I don't, as a K through 5 teacher, I don't have a lot of experience, but I do coach at the high school level and see some of these kids and how much they're going to change. I know from the time that they're a freshman, just in their maturity levels, to the time that they're seniors, and it'll be a lot of fun to see all the changes that they go through. But this is the final stage that I wanted to talk about. Thanks for allowing me to join your class. It's been fun so far, and I'm excited to learn a lot more. But that's all I've got. Thanks. Bye.